Hi, everybody. It's Jackie on American soil, hanging on for dear life, counting down the minutes, the days, until this bitch packs up her things and heads west. And by west, I mean east. Or is it west? Doesn't matter. It is Thanksgiving week. We are all fighting for our lives, hanging on, entering and braving the holiday season. It's upon us. How did we get here? I'm not entirely sure. But most importantly, I will be fucking off in T-minus 6 days. And when I tell you that my soul, my spirit has never needed this more, I am like halfway to a baguette. I am like, I've got a beret, like hidden in my weave. I am so ready. We need this. And will I be podcasting? I know that Heather's going to bring her fucking equipment. She's going to try to bamboozle me into working al fresco abroad, and it's not fucking happening. Okay. If you hear me recording in Paris, send the fucking cops, because we're not doing that. I have a list. I've got sconces to buy. I've got pendant lights. I would like some form. This is how I know that I'm really gone rogue. I bought some cashmere headscarves and I've been testing them out. I've also been on TikTok shop journey where I got fake cigarettes that blow bubbles, which is like a little too quirky. Like, look, it's like a little too bitty, so I'm not going to bring those. But do I have my fake cigarettes packed? You betcha, Iris. Do I have a myriad of cashmere headscarves? I don't know that I'm like doing the tuck in where I'm like wrapping it around like a little babushka, but I'm envisioning that for me. I'm going to take up smoking. I'm going to actively try to start smoking in T-minus 6 days and then nip it in the bud once I get back on American soil. I have my coats ready. I have my lukes ready. I'm going to say something that is unrelatable and niche. I got this beautiful, oversized, shearling, real fur, PETA, come at me, Miu Miu coat that I bought about a month ago, and it just hasn't really been cold, and I kind of forgot about it. I didn't try it on. It was a size 4, humble brag, but it was supposed to be oversized. So I put it on a couple weeks ago. And gaunt as ever, I am swimming in this coat. It is the most unflattering, oversized. I look like a literal velour rock, okay, with this shearling thing. The fit is so fucking bad. I can't return it. The window has passed. I got it on sale. So I take it to this alteration woman, and we basically have to completely reconstruct the jacket. And she saved a bit of this fabric for me. This is why Jackie Schimmel says no to consumerism. The inside of this coat that cost a small fortune, there was like packing, like packing, what is it called? Materials. Like it had like almost like a foam, like whatever this, like this microphone cover is on the inside of the coat. So poorly made. The fabric is so, but meanwhile, I'm like literally wearing the brand vest right now. But Jackie Schimmel is saying no. So instead of buying ridiculous overpriced designer goods to feel something this trip, I am eating. Okay. I am drinking, I am eating, and I'm buying sconces. Heather texted me earlier. She's like, hey, because she knows very much so that like I run the ship when we go to Paris. Okay. I've got an itinerary. I've got things to do, places to see. And she is wonderful to travel with because she really just allows me to plan. But she's texted me and she's like, I'm down to like go with your flow. But like, is there any time for us to do a morning or an afternoon antiquing? I said, yeah, you dumb bitch. Are you insane? I've got like an orthopedic New Balance ready to go with a sensible legging and a crossbody. I have a antiquing outfit prepared, okay? Something breathable, something I can get limber in, something I can push, okay, locals to the ground for like a weird trinket dish. So yeah, bitch, we're going fucking antiquing. We're in our mid 30s. That's what a girl's trip is, okay? It's overpriced cocktails, late night cigarettes, and antiquing. That's what we're doing. So excited. But first we got to get through Thanksgiving. I don't really know where I was going with that, but there's packing equipment in these overpriced articles of clothing, and Jackie Schimmel will not stand for it. Would I like, oh God, what do I want? I want like tapestries, okay? I want like vintage little fucking paintings and like weird little fucking dishes. I also would I like a piece of luggage? Perhaps. I feel like I need a statement coat, okay? A well-made statement coat. Am I going to buy a bag? Probably, because after I have like a boozy lunch, give me like a steak frites and a burgundy, and I'm going to do something weird afterwards. So no promises. There will be no hauls, but like I had a great story to tell with this. Anyways, I'm going to Paris just in case you haven't fucking heard. Thanksgiving just around the corner, okay? The holidays are a weird time because they're presented as like the most wonderful time of the year, but a large percentage of us are miserable. Now, I will tell you, I am someone who presents as someone who doesn't enjoy the holiday season, but actually low-key loves the holiday season. This is my tips and tricks for Thanksgiving. I want to depart you with just some surface level wisdom. First of all, at your Thanksgiving this year, don't be the most overdressed person at Thanksgiving. Now, I was this person in my early 20s. I wasn't going places. Yes, I was. I was going to the like repossession tow yard because I had no job and like everything was going pretty terribly for me. So instead of just like coming by that honestly, I would hyperflex on these hoes at Thanksgiving. Okay. I was going to like the high school reunion the night before, and I was misrepresenting myself because things weren't going great. Everyone else was in college and like internships and jobs, and I was very much so like heavy in my imposter syndrome, kind of listless, not really knowing where anything was going, little to no options. Okay, so I would roll through to Thanksgiving, both the night before Thanksgiving and my actual Thanksgiving event, and I was like dressed to the nines. Nothing says I don't get out much than overdressing for a family function. So just remember that. Also, Thanksgiving food is not good. And not for me, at least. Like I'm never, well, although I do have a family member that makes this unbelievable, like thrice baked salami log that just looks like a big elephant dick that's like covered in honey. What does she do with that thing? You get a big old hunk of salami, a Hebrew national, okay, the big boy. Then you kind of, what is it called when you cut it, like you cut it on the diagonal, you're slicing, you're dicing, you make like a creative little cut, okay, so that it can breathe, so that it can brown. Then I believe you rub the sausage, the wiener. Oops, got a text. No, it's Clyde's fucking baby monitor. He'll have to wait. I'm in the middle of something. You rub the salami log with like orange jam, maybe an apricot jam, and some mustard. You mix the mustard, you mix the jam, you envelop the wiener. Then you put it in foil. You bake it at like 375 for, I don't know, 45 minutes. Then you open it, then you broil it so it gets crunchy. Then you serve it with a cornichon and a honey mustard. Your guests will gasp. It's so good. I look forward to that. Maybe like a rustic baguette. But overall, the Thanksgiving fare, it's giving Caucasian. And also, lest we forget that Jackie Schimmel is 1/18th Native American. I can't remember if it's 1/8 or 1/18th. Let's go with 1/8. And, you know, we're celebrating on stolen land, and therefore, you know, just remember that while you're giving thanks, okay? You privileged cunts. It's hard being so progressive. The progressive Parisian princess of Thanksgiving is here. I have the best story to tell you. So last week, they had parent-teacher conferences at Clyde's school. Oh my God, how did it take me 9 minutes to get to this? Because we just have no plan. We have no outlines. We have no note cards. We have no guests. We have nothing. It's just a girl, a dream, and an overpriced Miu Miu vest that would just go up in flames if I like held this candle too close to it. Like, why are we spending thousands of dollars for polyester? I need to understand that. I need to know. I haven't been looking at the fabric tags on a lot of these clothes, and I am disappointed and disgusted. I'm disappointed and disgusted. If you saw what was inside this jacket of mine, okay, it was like a FedEx office supplies living in the inseams of these disgusting. Why is there polyester lining on something that costs $5 million? I need someone to sit me down and explain to me why that makes sense. You know why? I'm part of the problem. We're not going to get into it. Let's go back to the parent-teacher conference. I'm very, very sorry. She is on one. I just came from a baby shower, and I'm very warmed up. So I have vetoed the past couple parent-teacher conferences because I'm like, listen, he's 2. What are we really going to discuss? Like, what is there to say? It just seems like a ridiculous waste of time. But, you know, I was bored last week and I thought, let's see what this is all about. They're like, did you sign up for the parent-teacher conference? I said, yes. So I went on Thursday and it's so funny. Okay, so they go over the milestones, this, that, the other thing. What's Clyde's interest? How's he's doing with his friends and the school and the this. And this fucker's getting glowing remarks. Okay, they're like, he can count to 15. I'm like, he can? News to me. I'm like, by the way, they're telling me things about him that I didn't even know. And I feel like to a degree, I underestimate him. I feel like around this age, there's a lot of like assessing of other children. And I try not to participate in that because, like, listen, Clyde is gorgeous. He's a hoot and a half. He's totally social. He hasn't broken any of my tchotchkes for the most part. He's really good in a restaurant. He's a vibe. And like, that's kind of what I care about at this point. I am not the mom that's doing the flashcards. I'm not the mom that's like doing the activities in the home. For me, like, I want him to I don't want him to feel pressure to perform academically. You know what I mean? Andrew and I are both 2 clicks away from just, I mean, we both I didn't graduate high school, and Andrew basically only graduated on behalf of like music. You know what I mean? So we're not a collegiate academic forward family. So anyways, they're like, he knows all his colors. He knows this. He's starting to speak a little bit of Spanish. I'm like, oh my God, get out. Really? And they're like, you didn't know he could count? And I'm like, no, because I can barely fucking count. So like, that's not what we're working on. I'm working on his dance moves, his stage presence, his palette. Okay. Like, sorry, that's like not really his creativity, his ribbon dancing. And they're, you know, giving me the lay of the land. All the kids love him. I'm like, oh my God, amazing. My kid's a star. He's a genius. So it's going very, very well. Okay. And we're wrapping things up. I'm like, great. That's such great news. He loves it here. Blah, 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 blah. And the teacher says to me, she's like, is there anything that you want us to be aware of or work on so there's continuity in the home and the school life? And I'm like, no. Obviously, I'm like, no. And then just out of basic pleasantries, I say, is there anything that you want us to work on at home that you've observed in class or whatever, anything that we can do? And she goes, well, there is one thing. And I'm like, oh God, I was just almost out of the classroom. I was halfway out the door and I was like, yes. And she goes, it's not a big deal. And obviously we want Clyde to be Clyde. And I was like, oh my God, where are we going with this? She says, you know, we're working on Clyde's empathy levels. And I was like, pardon, pourquoi? She goes, it's not a big deal. And, you know, Clyde has such a funny sense of humor, but it's happened a couple times where some of his classmates have had accidents on the playground or in the classroom where they'll slip and fall. And Clyde thinks it's the funniest thing. And he just laughs and laughs and laughs. And we're trying to teach him that, you know, when someone falls, they could hurt themselves and we want to support our friends. And they said, you know, just on the same page, on the same wavelength, devil's advocate, when he falls, he thinks it's really funny, which is, you know, what makes Clyde Clyde. Because the truth is, like, he doesn't really have like I don't know. He doesn't really have tantrums. Like if he falls, he gets over things very quickly. He's very resilient. He's very brush it off, which is like my favorite thing about him. Okay. And so she's like, he holds himself accountable in the same regard. If he falls, he'll kind of laugh it off, get back up and back to the races. But, we're trying to teach him that just because maybe it's not a big deal when he falls himself, that if another child is in distress, that it's important to comfort them. Now, at this point, I'm so I had no idea where she was going with that. So I am laughing so hard. And the more that I'm trying to suppress the laughter, now it's like 8:30 on a Thursday. I have tears coming down my cheeks because I laugh when people fall. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, oh my God, he really is my son. Like, we do not need to do a maternity test. Like he's my soulmate. And then she says, one of his best friends in the class, they were having lunch the other day and he fell back in his chair and was crying. And Clyde was like barreled over, just howling in a fit of laughter. So they got a book out for him and it's like a feelings book, and they pulled Clyde aside because he kept laughing and he kept wanting him to do it again. And then he started fake falling and then it became a game, whatever. So I guess they read him this book about feelings and this, that, the other thing. And there's one page in the book that says something like, little Susie fell down the stairs. Little Susie got a boo-boo. Little Susie is sad. We hug little Susie to make her feel better. And when they got to that page, like clockwork, Clyde just couldn't think it was funnier, okay? Just laughing. And it wasn't really the mission statement they were trying to teach him, that even though he might think it's funny, it's important that he, supports and consoles his friends. Now I'm starting to think, is it not funny when people fall? Sorry, he's not a pussy ass bitch. Also, is it the worst thing in the world that he has a rough and tumble spirit? Sorry that he has an elevated sense of humor? I don't know. And I said to the teacher, I was like, I totally understand. I'm not the parent to carry that conversation. Empathy isn't really my strong suit. So when his dad gets home, I'll pass the baton and maybe Andrew can tackle that journey. But for me, is it not funny when people fall? Isn't that just the lowest hanging fruit? Isn't that the most tangible bit? Isn't there a whole franchise, America's Funniest Home Videos, the most successful long running comedic franchise syndicated nationally based on people falling because it is really funny? And should we suppress that elevated level of humor? Because I'm not going to. Okay, I celebrate it. I'm honestly, gold star in the forehead. If there is one note that you can get at a parent-teacher conference, it's that your son laughs when people fall, including himself. I feel like I've done an okay job. It's a rough and tumble world out there. We pop back up. When Clyde falls, he's had a couple boo-boos. He's not super wild like that, but we've had a couple incidents. He gets over it pretty quickly, okay? And I'm not denying his experience, because God forbid that is not of the times in 2025. But very much so, Andrew and I are oh no, you hurt yourself. It's okay. We're going to kiss. We make it better. We pop back up, okay? We pop back up. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is all I wanted to talk about this week's episode. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. We're back. Andrew got home 72 hours ago. I said, Andrew, you are taking Clyde. I'm fucking all the way off. I'm having a 72-hour sabbatical. Don't talk to me. Don't ask me about snacks. I'm not changing a diaper. I'm not doing bedtime. Love Clyde so much, but just need a little bit of a break, with the tedious, laborious tasks of motherhood and child rearing. I bath time is cute, but 10 days in a row, and then the bodily fluids. This is what happened on the last day, the night before before Andrew came home. We're doing our dance parties. Clyde his speech impediment is that of a French vampire. It's not exactly a full-blown lisp, but it's very saliva heavy. And there is a French undertone. So his favorite thing to do every night now is dance. Okay. And it's not dance, it's dance. He goes, dance. Dance, dance. So naturally, like, Tina Knowles, I ordered on Amazon like every type of like strobe light, glow sticks. So at 5:30 p.m., from 5:30 to 6:15, the Schimmel-Haas house is Les Deux in 2008. We are blasting non-kid friendly music. We have disco lights. I like really want to get a fog machine, but I feel like there's like chemicals. I'm not going to do that. And we are raving like Charlie XCX, in Ibiza, basically. Ibiza, babes. And the very last night, I'm like, this is my grand finale of solo motherhood. Okay. I'm killing it. I'm doing all the things. We're dancing. We're raving. And he decides to take his diaper off. And it's a pretty full diaper. Lots of poop in there. Okay. Then he steps on it. Now there is feces in the grout lines of my beautiful honed marble. And I'm like, I tried to do a good thing. I tried to be like a fun-loving mama bear. And now I have feces in my floors. Okay. So I just very quickly, I put him in his bedroom so that I can clean it up, because now there's just he's got feces on the feet. There's feces on the floor. There's feces in the kitchen. There's a diaper. He's now smeared it. I've also been teaching him how to clean. So when he's done eating, I have a little mini spray bottle of water, which is like, I'm pretending are cleaning supplies. And I have him on his hands and knees, and I make him pick up like any food that falls on the floor, put it in the trash. I make him tuck his chair in, clear his plate, and literally clean the floor. Like anything that's on the floor, I'm like, clean up. And I give him a towel and I give him a spray bottle, and he's on his hands and knees and he's cleaning, because I'm trying to enrich the youth of the nation. Okay. So I didn't really want him like getting into the fecal matter. So I just put him in his bedroom. I'm cleaning up the poop. Okay. In the 2.5 minutes that I'm getting the poop off the floor, trying to run the bath, this, that, the other thing, he then pees all over the floor. Okay. So now we've gone from feces to urine. I'm so over it at this point. Okay. I'm fighting for my life. I put him down. I make myself a martini. I wait for Andrew to get home. I look him dead in his eyes and I said, "You're up, buddy." The next day, I said, "Andrew, take him to the park. I need silence. I need to have a quiet morning. Okay. I want a sauna. I want to take 47 minutes. Okay. Just gua shaing my face in absolute silence. I want nobody in the house. Please take him to the park." He goes, "Absolutely, honey bear." You betcha, Iris. So Andrew and Clyde go to the park, and I meet them for lunch. And, I've reset, I've recalibrated, I've had a little me time. We're back in business. Sorry, I'm choking on my own saliva. We're back in business. And Andrew says to me very casually in the middle of our beautiful lunch, he goes, "Oh, Clyde made a friend at the park." And I was like, "Oh, that's cute." And he's like, "Yeah, I met a little boy named Ryan. They're around the same age." I said, "Oh, that's so sweet." He's like, "Yeah. Oddly enough, I met his mom, and we were chatting, and they just moved to the neighborhood. And ironically, her husband owns this plug-in company that I use all the time." And I said, "What's a plug-in, Andy?" "Don't care." I'm like, land the plane. Then he starts getting around to it that they moved in from out of town, and they exchanged information. And Andrew, how do I put this? I guess the woman had mentioned that she was looking for mom friends, and it's really hard to meet people. And Andrew said something like, "Oh, well, you'll have to meet my wife. You'd love my wife." Gave her my information, and decided to set up a dinner with two literal strangers, because they're looking to make friends, and they're around the same age, and the kids are around the same age. So I told her that we should all get dinner sometime, or maybe we could have them over for cocktails. I said, "Andrew, you've been home for 9.5 hours, okay? And in the attempt to get you out of the house for you to do a good deed for your fucking wife, now you've set me up on a play date with a mom from the fucking playground that could literally be the Antichrist or a kidnapper. And now I have to go razzle dazzle fucking strangers because her husband owns a plug-in company that you like, and you think we're going to be great friends based on 13 minutes of an interaction at a fucking playground? Who hurt you? I said, absolutely not. And he's like, well, I kind of already floated the idea. I said, Andrew, you got to abort that mission. There is no fucking way in hell that I'm meeting with two random fucks, okay, with a kid around the same age. So the only thing we have in common is that we have kids around the same age and we live in the same neighborhood. The answer is no. He's like, she seemed cool. You'd really like her. I said, you were there for 13 fucking minutes. How have you been back on California soil and you've already fucked up my day? It's 11:48 a.m. It's not even noon. What the fuck? I said, nope. And he's like, well, I guess it's going to be awkward if we run into each other at the park. I said, not for me. I have social boundaries, okay? I was hugged as a child. What the fuck is wrong with you? Oh my God. I'm like, what a terrible, terrible lesson to show our son that you just meet some random bitch at a park and now we have to be couple friends. No. I took a deep breath in. I took a deep exhale out and I said, Andrew, I say this so earnestly and with just the smallest shrivel of love. But it's moments like these where on paper you're the nice guy and I'm the bad guy because what you did in theory seems like a good deed, but in actuality is such a burden to the mother of your child, okay, the woman holding down the fort, that I often dream. I said, I fantasize about killing you with my bare hands. It's in moments like this, okay, where some people will be like, oh, that's cute. It's not cute. It's toxic. It's sick. You know what it is? It's boundaryless. It's insane. And you know what's going to end up happening? He's going to set up a play date. Okay, it's so patronizing. It's condescending. I've got enough fucking friends. Okay, I've got enough fucking friends. I'm trying to eliminate friends. I'm trying to cut the fat. And now I got to go make a floral arrangement and a cheese plate to have a mom friend date that was arranged for me. I could kill you with my bare hands. Dream of it. I saw him sleeping last night and he was just foaming at the mouth. And I thought, one day I could snap. And it could be today. You know what I'm thankful for this Thanksgiving? Gobble, gobble, turkey day. Sounds like I'm about to intro an ad, but I'm not. Listen up. I would just like to say from the bottom of my ice-cold black heart how appreciative I am for my hoes in different area codes. The amount of DMs that I received while Andrew had left me for dead in Nashville, okay? Pictures of him out and about, okay? Getting breakfast, getting his ice cream, his mint chip ice cream, having dinner, having business dinners, okay? It really just coincides with the fearful marital dynamic that I have spent so many years instilling, okay? Just building that foundation. And when I get a DM from some bitch named Bailey, okay, with 2 E's, saying, is your husband at Pastis having dinner with Noah Kahan, what is his name? I don't know. Country artist. Noah something, and Niall Horan, is he having a Caesar salad and wearing a Harbor Island hat? Is this your husband? And to that I say, yes, that fucker is my husband. And don't worry about me making, broccoli nuggets like a goddamn regular Martha Stewart while you're, whining and dining in Nashville. And then I get to have a martini after Clyde goes down and send a passive aggressive cunty ass text message like, enjoy your Caesar salad, bitch, because I can see him eating a Caesar salad because some bitch named Bailey sent me a photo of him. This is sisterhood And I cannot thank you enough. I have eyes everywhere. Okay. I know we're supposed to say never. I really believe in my soul, in my labia, that Andrew would never cheat on me. Okay. If not for morals, but just out of fear, because I would wreck this guy. I mean, we talk about it all the time. Ugh, got a text. What is it? Okay, my NAD is being delivered. That's great. And Andrew texted me saying, do you want to go to blank's Friendsgiving dinner on Friday at 4:30 p.m., kids included? That's a fuck no. I was thinking about having my Hanukkah party this year. I'm, kind of notorious for the Hanukkah party. And at first I was like, maybe we'll do like a kids thing. And then I started counting all the kids and I thought, Chuck E. Cheese isn't coming to this house. So I came to my senses and we are doing an adults only friend, like micro Hanukkah party. I'm going to cook because I feel like that's a lovely thing to do. I'm lying. I'm going to cook one dish and I did hire someone to cook the rest of it. But I'm going to make my dead mother's Hanukkah chicken, which is a recipe that I can't give away, although I probably already have, like in a moment of just despair on this podcast. Like I'm sure it's somewhere, but I am going to do a kidless Hanukkah fete. Okay. And did I go on Amazon and order a very poorly rated like drink fountain? Yes, I did. Am I going to be filling it with vodka? Yes. I mean, I just love the idea of a drink fountain, like a martini fountain. Anyways, what was the point of that? I don't really like. I don't need to go to a kid's Friendsgiving dinner at someone's house that I don't really know. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I'm okay. I'd rather go see Wicked by myself and chuck Clyde off with a babysitter. Mother of the year. I was just talking to my friend, and this holiday season, I'm really regressing. I obviously have a landline. I think we've talked about that before. I bought a landline like 3 months ago, and it's, what is the company called? I think it might be called Tin Can. That's not an ad. That's just a woman sharing things. Put it on the gift guide, Josh. It's like a Wi-Fi calling system that only like if you give it to another person, then you can call them. I mean, because that's how phones work. I'm so fucking stupid that it hurts. I did just get my weave tightened, so I'm feeling a little jazzed up, if you will. So I got my whole family, spoiler alert. Well, they don't listen to this, so they'll never know. But I bought these like Wi-Fi connected, old school, like retro looking phones for everybody so that when Clyde wants to call someone, I just don't want him to like think that FaceTime calls are the only way to communicate with people. And I kind of like the audio only version of him picking up a phone, memorizing a number, dialing a number, and then having like a face-free communication on the phone. I feel like that's important. I'm just going like full-blown Home Alone. I'm going 90s, like holiday season 2025. Okay. Did I get a camcorder off TikTok Shop? Did I already talk about this? I think I did. Like an old school camcorder that has no playback and no screen. So you see what you shoot. It has like a little trigger on the handle, and we're making movies. Okay. I was thinking about doing colored Christmas tree lights, but then I was like, let's not get crazy. We're going mixed metals. The trees are up, the lights are up, and Jackie Schimmel is fa la 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 la. We're celebrating. Okay. I got stockings off of Etsy. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. I'm going to Disneyland. Did we talk about that? I'm going to Disneyland. The 24 hours in Disneyland, I could be in Capri, okay? But alas, I'll be at the Grand Californian crying. It's so dorky, but I'm like low-key excited. Okay, wait. This is what we needed to discuss. I had a whole mission statement. Little Ricky has had a miserable pregnancy. These are the only things on my outline today. Clyde laughs when other children fall. Thank you to listeners for sending me pictures of Andrew in Nashville, and little Ricky has a miserable pregnancy. She came forward recently. I don't know if it was people.com. Maybe it was that rat Perez Hilton. We don't know. But little Ricky's having a go, okay? She's had a troublesome pregnancy. She's not feeling great, and she's ready to meet her precious baby. If you don't know the lore of Little Ricky, you're not paying close attention to this podcast. And I don't know that I can explain it one more time. Little Ricky! I can't even talk about Little Ricky without fully unraveling. Oh my God. One of the greatest moments of my life. Okay. Countess Luann going to the YMCA in like season 1 of Real Housewives of New York. Like that's like one of the best moments of my life. Number 2, these are just like pop culture moments when Emily Maynard from The Bachelorette, okay, introduces Little Ricky to Jeff with 1F, or whenever we first met Little Ricky, okay, and you see Little Ricky. Little Ricky pops out like a little fucking... I can't get into it. I'm a mother. I'm mature. We don't talk about Little Ricky anymore. We do not talk about Little Ricky. Oh my God, I love Little Ricky. I hope she's feeling better. And the only way out is through Little Ricky. Just remember that from good old Aunt Jackie. Another thing I want to talk about. Oy vez mir. Let's talk about Meghan Markle for a second. She was on the cover of... No, was it Harper's Bazaar? Was it Vogue? We don't care. We're not really into details here. Now, whoever did that interview, God bless her, okay? Because it is like the most low-key, cunty level of journalism it's not like directly throwing Meghan Markle under the bus, being like, this bitch is fucking delusional, but it's done so beautifully, so like demurely. And basically in the article, it says that, you know, that it took place at Meghan Markle's friend's home in New York City. And the journalist gets there ready to do the interview, and Meghan Markle had someone announce her before she entered the room in her fucking friend's house. Okay. Can you imagine? By the way, thank you for the hot tip, Meghan, because I will be doing that moving forward at any gathering. You know, I'm going to my friend's house for Christmas Eve. I'm going to make sure that someone announces me fresh out of the San Fernando Valley, the Duchess of Gelson's Jacqueline Schimmel-Hawes. Dun, 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 dun. I mean, it's so crazy. And apparently it's like happened a couple times. So this is like a thing for someone who was like so just disparaged by the royal family, but like holding on to that title for dear fucking life, not only holding on to the title for dear fucking life, but also using it as a entry point, as a grand entrance. Okay. It's crazy. And this is why, listen, I know that it's very cliche to like jump on the Meghan Markle train. It's not. She's just a little bit insufferable, and it's okay if that is like taken with some level of self-awareness, but she has just completely lost the plot. And you know, when you're not funny, it's hard to get away with shit like this. If she was funny or just even slightly in on the joke, like Martha Stewart is such a perfect example of someone who seems like, by the way, the best time ever. Like if I could have a meal, I think about this a lot. If I could have a meal with 3 people alive, it would be alive or dead. Okay. It wouldn't be any deceased family members. Like we've been there, done that. I'm going Martha, I'm going Snoop Dogg, and I'm going Helen Keller, because like, I feel like it would be a riot, and we'd be able to get so much more conversation in. You know what I mean? I feel like just We could hide the bread basket for her. You know, we wouldn't have to fight over the pretzel bread. Yeah. Anyways, Martha Stewart does it so beautifully because she has that like cunty air about her, but she's also in on the joke and she's just so unapologetically herself, but has a great sense of humor. So it kind of works. Whereas Meghan Markle is like trying to appear as this like wholesome, down to earth, like kind, philanthropic, rustic, but then it's like you're using your title and you're creating jam and everything is she's so serious. That's what it is. She's so serious and so not funny. And can you imagine? I mean, if you listen to this podcast, you're obviously just naturally funny because we just are seeing the world differently. You know what I mean? Like we're all the way zoomed out when we need to be and all the way zoomed in when we need to be. Like we're reading the temperature of rooms and you really just can't teach that. I'm grateful for self-awareness this year. Here's some riveting pop culture news. Blake Lively, just on the precipice of her heated legal battle with Justin Baldoni. Is it Jason? It's Justin. Woo! Still got it, baby. She was seen at a local Trader Joe's in Westport, Connecticut. Okay, she's wearing what could only be described as a 2008 Free People getup. She's got her beanie. She's got her Uggs. She's got her flannel. She has her patchwork denim. Can I tell you something? Let me tell you something about Jackie Schimmel. We're not doing patchwork denim. Okay, Raggedy Ann. What is it? Pepper Ann. I'm not free-spirited or bohemian like that. Free people, love you like a sister. I'm not a free person, okay? By the way, you know how not free-spirited I am? I am building me and Heather's itinerary. And when I tell you that I have like maps each restaurant to like the local shopping area. I have like bike rides in the itinerary. I'm like, we're going to walk down and get a coffee at this place. Then we're going to pick up the bikes at the Trocadero. And then we're going to have a cocktail at Lay Avenue, jump on some bikes, get in the bike lane to St. Germain. Then we're going to pop off, get cashmere sweaters at so-and-so. I mean, everything is written to this itinerary. Like drinks at 6 p.m. at the Ritz. Like, I mean, I am going so nuclear. Free time. There is free time allocated in each day. And luckily Heather has really let me just go rogue with the itinerary. She's just like, just tell me where to be, send it over, book the hotel, don't care. So I like to just pre-plan everything. And I mean, I'm like 3 clicks away from getting a PA system and a flag and be like, Heather, as you can see, to the right is the Hermes flagship store. We have little to no purchase history minus a rogue plate here and there as a wedding gift. So we will not be getting Birkin bags. Now up on your left-hand side, you will see Rue Cambone, the home of the Chanel. Like I could do the whole fucking thing. Give me a flag. Give me a flag and a PA system, okay? She believed she could, and she did, and a neon vest. I have a list of things that I want to buy, which is dark and sad. I need okay. Then we're going to get back to Blake Lively. This isn't about me. I don't know how I took her patchwork denim and made it about me in my shopping list. I'm not getting crazy, okay? I am a mother. I am a fiscal princess. But I want to get like a beautiful shawl, like a beautiful. Somebody call Little Ricky. I want a beautiful shawl. Like why? I'm not sure. I'm also really into headscarves right now, which we won't get into. I think we already did get into it. I recorded the first half of this yesterday, so I have zero recollection. If you think that any of this is like scripted, people are like, nah, Jackie, we know. I don't remember what I talk about. It's full blackout behind this microphone. People come up to me all the time. They're like, oh my God, that story about the purse. And I was like, what purse? Like, and I have no clue what anyone's talking about. It could be yesterday. And I'm like, what? Really into headscarves, want a shawl. I think I need a black purse. I don't have like a black bag. Okay. I want a capacious black bag. Now there is this new, like, this is the relatable portion of the show. I have this vision. Okay. Uh, Gucci, I'm not really into Gucci anymore. Okay. Do I love a bedazzled sock? Sure. Like I'll take a platform. I love their blazers, like suits and stuff. Anything like embellished, like kind of dress wear, like fancy stuff, or like, like the cool kind of ornate stuff. But like, lovingly, like you're not going to catch me on, like I could be on a fucking meth bender and I'm not grabbing the Gucci Marmont. Like I could be incapacitated and I'm not grabbing the Gucci Marmont belt or the bags or anything with the G's. Like we're not doing that. It's like, it's Real Housewives of Orange County. I'm not going to wear like a Gucci cardigan, a lame Gucci cardigan, okay, with the little G's. Disgusting. But they do have these new kind of like hobo bags with the horse spit. And they have it in like a beautiful suede, like olive green suede with a big horse bit, no logos. And she's feeling kind of gorgeous to me. It's kind of calling me. The price point feels fairer than some of these other bags. Like when did purses become 10 grand? Like in what world? Then I need to get some sconces. We've covered that, little trinkets, little paintings. Okay. Like I want china. I want silver. I don't know. It's just getting too much, but I just want a day drink and shop. Let's get back to Blake Lively going to Trader Joe's. Okay, I'm so sorry. I can't wait to drink and get on bikes in a bike lane. Okay, I want my weave falling out of my head. I don't even need a flag. I want my hair. I want my Ukrainian conflict-free extension weft flying out of my head while I just barely make it to the Hotel Crillon Ambassador Bar for a $500 martini. You know what I mean? Like I need that for my spirit under the Christmas lights with a headscarf. So anyways, Blake Lively was spotted at the local Westport Trader Joe's. Some notable grocery items in her cart that were pictured: chili and lime flavored rolled corn tortilla chips, Olay, Trader Joe's organic popcorn with olive oil, super sour Scandinavian swimmers. Say that 5 times fast. Somebody called Sydney Sweeney in her signature scoop because Blake Lively loves her super sour Scandinavian swimmers. Woo! And she also had some fresh pomegranate seeds. That's so on par with patchwork denim. I can't even tell you. She left with 3 bags. Ooh, the outfit is just so bad. It's so bad. Do we think that this was a PR stint? Or do we think that she's just grabbing her Scandinavian swimmers? We'll never know. I do look forward to that lawsuit. I read somewhere that they're using as evidence that she kissed Jason Baldani in like an unscripted moment in one of the scenes, and they released the footage. I saw it. So that kind of contradicts any kind of claims that she's put on him for improvising, because I think she said that he improvised like a neck kiss in one of the slow dancing scenes, but then he was like, bitch, you fully kissed me improvising in a scene. So like that's kind of null and void. It's so messy and it's so stupid and it's still going on. It's still happening. Remember when she thought she was going to win an Oscar for that? That's crazy. That's just like a crazy thing to think. I mean, bless her. Love her like a sister. So gorgeous, by the way. Like, we got to give it to her. Just absolutely gorgeous. I mean, is Ryan Reynolds funny? I don't think so. If we were friends, I would say that to him. I'd be like, I don't know. It's a little too zany. It's not even faux quirky. It's just very on. And I find that to be really, really annoying with heterosexual men. Like, I don't need men to be funny, if I'm being totally honest. You know what I mean? Like, Andrew is funny because he has a great sense of humor, and the way that he metabolizes like the terrible things that I say is funny to me. But like, is he a hoot and a half? Like, I don't know that I've met like many men, heterosexual men, that I'm like, wow, they're a ball and a half. It's just something to think about. Like, maybe they just leave that to us. And on that note, I hope everyone has a absolutely gorgeous Thanksgiving week. I hope that if you're home for the holidays and you do some type of high school reunion, that may your outfits be underdressed, may your tits be high and morals low, may your livers be brave, and your heart be grateful. Most importantly, I dedicate this Thanksgiving and this episode to my North Star, little Ricky. Thank you for making me feel blessed every single day. Little Ricky, little Ricky. Little Ricky. I just imagine like little Ricky at the Bachelorette mansion, like Emily Maynard, like sleeping in like cute little like pajamas, little camisole, and little Ricky's just staring at her, watching her sleep with an overbite and like little claws, like in a flannel pajama set, saying, "Mama, little Ricky wants to snuggle." Anywho, give us 5 stars on iTunes or Spotify, share with your friends, and have an amazing week, everybody. Love you so much. Goodbye.